It's a busy time of year at the Wilders at Pocono Wildlife near Stroudsburg. Volunteers are bottle feeding baby animals like rabbits and raccoons while also handling emergency calls. But recently, while updating permits through the U.S. Fish and Wildlife, co-executive director Janine Tancredi says the center received new regulations about living arrangements for these 9 educational ambassador birds.
When we went to get the permitting changed, they told us that some of our enclosures for the ambassadors were not up to minimum standards. We have 45 days to establish new caging for those birds.
Staff say years ago, the size of the enclosures was approved by the U.S. Fish and Wildlife. Now the clock is ticking to move the birds into a new enclosure. Staff at Pocono Wildlife are already in the process of upgrading some of their enclosures, but the latest project is going to run them about $25,000.
There's construction, there's materials, there's labor. Luckily, we have somebody on staff who is willing to do things at cost, but it's still the material. It's expensive. There's very specific fencing that goes into it because it has to be safe for the birds.
The center's property manager has already drawn up a blueprint design for the 40 by 16 foot enclosure.
For all intents and purposes, it's almost like building a home, except that we don't need a foundation that sense, but yeah, it requires a crew to build it in a sense to have it done by appropriate measures and needs.
Staff at the Wilders say these birds play an important role in educating the community.
We have a relatively urban group of people living in the Poconos, and we want to get them excited and on board learning about wildlife and learning how to live with wildlife. So these birds are super important to us.
To learn more on how to help with this project, you can find a link on WNEP.com. Emily Kress, Newswatch 16, Monroe County.